If you're a parent, no doubt you've gotten into arguments with your kids about putting their phones down. Apple's new iOS 12 update promises to offer some help through some screen time controls. So you set this up through family sharing, and the device will walk you through the process. First off is downtime. You basically choose the hours in which your phone's is mostly off limits to your kid. It could also be a tablet as well. Unfortunately, you can only set one downtime per day. So it could be during the hours they're supposed to be in bed, but you can't also add school hours. It's one or the other. If you want to make exceptions for weekends, you have to go back and customize it on a Friday and then do it again on Monday to switch it back. There's no automatic exception for weekends yet. Once the time runs out, the kid can request permission. You'll get a notification. You can either ignore it or approve it. Now, the kid's supposed to be able to ask once, and then unless you do something, the kid's not supposed to be asked again. However, a smart kid will figure out that he or she can just close the app, reopen it, and ask again. So, it is a bug that that hopefully will get fixed soon. But this is the first step. So for example, you can choose to limit games. And in this case, let's say 1 hour. Content restrictions such as no R-rated movies, certainly no NC-17 movies. You can also block podcasts with explicit languages. These settings were available before, but they were harder to find. And finally, the important part is to set a passcode so that kid can't go back and change it for themselves. Now, it's important to set a passcode that's different from your main phone because chances are your kid already knows that. You want to pick something that's different to basically foil the kid. Yes, if you're doing this for yourself, you get the same you get the same downtime, you get the same app limits, you get all that for an adult as well. The difference is the passcode is optional, and if you do set one, you can also decide to give yourself more time. If you're on a roll. The way around that, if you're really having trouble putting the phone down, is to give it to a family member or a friend. Have them set it up for you, and just have them promise never to tell you that passcode. That's the way to get around. Otherwise, it's too easy. Just put in the passcode and say, "I'll do half an hour more of Facebook," and that's it, really. And then half an hour later, do it again. Okay. You can also choose to always allow certain apps. So, for instance, if you favor your reading, you can, for example, exempt the Kindle app, so that even after the limit runs out, or even during the downtime, it'll still let you do that. If anything, it will give you some awareness about how much you're using it. You may not be realizing that you're picking up the phone 50 times a day, or that you might be checking Facebook at 4 o'clock in the morning. It may just be habit. When you get up in the middle of the night, go use the bathroom and check Facebook. Here, the stats will tell you, hey, you were up at 4 o'clock when you should have been sleeping.